In today's video, we are going kayaking in Key Largo, snorkeling at the first underwater park in the United States, and partying at this little slice of paradise.
I'm riding with my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV.
Hello everybody, we're going to the Florida Keys once again. Lovely weather. Not really. It's been raining all day, but it looks like it's going to let up, so I'm hopeful. I installed a slightly better camera on the side of the rig. I hope it looks good. We shall see. Today we are staying at Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park, which happens to be the first underwater park in the United States. We are looking forward to doing some snorkeling at the Coral Reef and some kayaking along the mangrove trails. The campground is all the way to the back. Oops, wrong site. And here we are. Site 26. Let's explore the park. As you can see, there are friendly raccoons roaming around. And there's a place where you can drop your kayak. Right here, and there's a not so friendly iguana. I guess all these boats are here for you to rent. And these are the boats that we are going to take tomorrow for the snorkeling tour. Hello there. There's another one here. Tomorrow or the day after, we plan to rent a kayak as well. These birds, they have a funny face, don't they? There is also this beach area, which today on a Friday afternoon is not very busy, but you know, tomorrow the weekenders will arrive in droves. I'm going to get my new snorkeling gear and come back to the beach to test it out. The water, I wouldn't say it's warm, but it's not bad. In the high 70s probably. Here I am, back at the main beach, hoping to test my new snorkeling gear. The weather has definitely turned for the better, as the cold front slowly moves south. This means it is going to be cool in the morning, but luckily the water temperature will remain pretty stable at 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, let's test it out. Not much visibility here. Someone told me about this Spanish shipwreck on the beach, but it is actually fake. The official website calls it an authentic replication, but it is just some cannons from the era and an anchor. The official plaque says a mock Spanish shipwreck, so take it all with a grain of salt, if you will. Still, it gives us something to look at underwater. I only hope tomorrow's snorkeling trips is much better. And there's the anchor I was talking about. Okay, let's take a break. Let's go someplace fun to see the sunset. Here's a brand new RV park we might visit soon, but where we really want to go is this place called Jimmy Johnson's Big Chill. We opt for a local brew, although to be honest, not my favorite. The nachos are pretty good though, and the rock band begins to play. And it looks like it may or may not be a spectacular sunset today. Yeah, it is starting to look promising. This place is pretty cool, isn't it? And that, next door, that's Sundowners, where we were last time. I'll put a link to that video. Well, I think it might be time to go. By the way, this is Taylor King Band. They rock.
No, that was fun. We are bar hopping.
Yeah, we're gonna go next door.
Arabian Club, famous for the movie.
This place is famous because of the movie Key Largo with Humphrey Bogart. Maybe I should rent it. Yeah, world famous. It has a little bit more of a dive bar to it, but still very nice. It is almost nighttime. Here's an old railroad marker. Now for real, let's go back to the park. morning, everybody. We are at John Pennekamp State Park here in Key Largo, Florida. And as you can see, it's pretty close quarters. Hey, let me show you what I did. I did something weird here. You see where our sewer dump is. You see where our sewer outlet is. I don't think my sewer hose is going to reach at all. But anyways, I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be just water and electric, and it's full hookups. So that's a nice thing. Now we're gonna do a snorkeling tour. Let's drive towards the visitors center to check in for our tour. We're here. We hang out by the beach while we wait. It's such a beautiful morning. Even though our tour departs at 10:30, we have to check in by 9 a.m. and confirm our reservation and pay, of course. And it looks like they also give scuba diving lessons here. And they rent kayaks, of course. We definitely have to do that before we leave. And it is time to go. The boat is going to take us a few miles offshore towards the Coral Reef. I was hoping to see the Christ of the Deep, which is an underwater statue of Jesus Christ underwater, but apparently it is too windy and choppy today, so we are going to go to a more protected area of the reef. We have arrived. Check out that water. Such a gorgeous day today. Okay, let's get off the boat, and let me point out that I haven't done this in a while. Okay, let me swim towards the reef. At the beginning, I do have a little bit of trouble with my new mask. It leaks and fogs a little bit, but after a while, I get it adjusted, and I just can't believe I haven't done this before. Well, not since I was a teenager. This is absolutely fantastic. Well, all good things come to an end.
Está fantástico. Traffic jam. Yeah, I think those are our new neighbors. Yep. Okay, no more view. They've been at it for like half an hour, okay? It looks like they made it.
We are famished, so let's go eat. We're going to this restaurant called Hobo's Cafe.
Perfect.
We have a local brew, a delicious fish platter, and the tacos, and our choice of dessert, key lime pie. After all that food, we need a Cuban coffee. Let's continue exploring. At this marina here with all these pelicans, between the Marriott and the Holiday Inn, they have the famous steamboat used in the 1951 movie The African Queen.
Fly, pelican!
The movie starred Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. And it is considered one of the best movies of all times, believe it or not, and I haven't seen it yet either. Nowadays, right here, you can take a cruise on the famous steamer. Pretty cool. Another time, perhaps. They offer all kinds of other tours here, like on this touristy pirate ship. They also offer a whole bunch of fishing tours. Very cool. Back at John Pennekamp, the entrance is like going through a jungle. Here's one of the trails, called the Grove Trail, which is, to be honest about it, pretty lame. Not much wildlife, except for some lizards and the mosquitoes, which you can't really see, but they will eat you alive. Hey, there's the bird. Yes, we also see a couple of birds here and there.
Yep.
And more birds we see.
I don't think they like us.
The trail ends at this historic citrus grove. Key lime pies, anyone?
Am I supposed to not bother the wildlife? They do fly.
There's also the wild Tamarind trail. This one has all kinds of exotic plants, but unless you are into botany, it's also pretty lame.
Poisonwood.
With the sad violin, it is supposed to be a shallow actually. Another day comes to an end. This right here is Revolves Waterfront Park, a recently opened public park, which seems to be still like a work in progress, but hey, it offers great views of the sunset. We go back to John Pennekamp. By the far beach here, there's a father teaching his daughter how to kayak. Good night. Good morning. We are doing some kayaking today. That's one of the snorkeling tours going out, by the way. We spend an hour paddling between the mangrove trees. And here we're back on the main canal, and then the open ocean. Okay, I think we've done enough kayaking for one day. Let's check out the aquarium at the visitor center. It was much better at the real Coral Reef. Is that a lobster? They're doing the mannequin challenge. Well, this is another trail we wanted to do, but it is closed. Something about safety precautions. Well, it is time to go. Look, another micro mini. Quite impressed with all that Pennekamp State Park has to offer. The campsites are a little tight, but that's to be expected here in the Florida Keys, even at a state park. Next week, we travel a little further down to Sugarloaf and Key West, so stay tuned for that. All good things come to an end, but before you go, if you liked it, do me a solid and give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, remember to subscribe if you haven't and check out my other videos. You can also visit the blog at travelingrobert.com, join the mailing list, and follow me on social media at travelingrobert. As always, thank you so much for watching and see you on the road.
Riding with my RV.